The bullet didn't seem to affect it. The monster just kept moving, undeterred. That was the last reported sighting at the Brinson place. The incident spurred a flurry of creative expression at the local high school. Students wrote stories and poems about their brush with the unknown. However, the phenomenon didn't extend beyond these small circles. At the time, the concepts of Bigfoot or Sasquatch weren't popularized, and the community didn't quite know how to categorize the creature. Other strange happenings weren't limited to the Brinson farm. Several years later, the Centralia Chronicle reported similar incidents in Vader, about 5 miles south. Tracks were found near a residence, leading to an investigation by the sheriff's office. The family that reported the tracks also claimed to have seen UFOs in the area, adding another layer of mystery. Around the same period, a group of friends, including the narrator, camped atop Sam Henry Mountain, west of Winlock. As they shined their flashlight across the hilltops, numerous pairs of eyes reflected back at them, likely deer. Yet, in the quiet of the night, a loud branch snapping sound echoed through the forest. It was an unusual noise, given that deer are typically more graceful. The Brinson monster sighting and other eerie occurrences left a lasting impression on the local community. The vast expanse of forest meeting the farmland created an ideal backdrop for such unexplained events. 50 miles of forest stretched to the ocean, with minimal human habitation, providing ample cover for any elusive creature that might dwell there. Though the Brinson monster was never seen again, its legend persists. A curious chapter in the annals of Lewis County's history, reminding everyone of the mysteries that still linger in the dark corners of the world. Echoes in the Woods. A Bigfoot Encounter. 1972. In 1972, summer days were endless, even in a town like Weed, California. The cabin was a fortress of solitude, nestled in the woods on a 5-acre plot, with a flat expanse for the cabin and a hill looming behind. Not many neighbors to speak of, just trees and shadows. Emily was 12, alone in the family summer cabin. The world was an adventure waiting to be discovered. But today, it felt more like a waiting game. Her dad and brother had gone to the store, leaving her with a promise they'd be back soon. She stood in the kitchen, the radio humming soft rock tunes, her fingers tapping an idle rhythm on the counter. She glanced towards the window, drawn by a movement outside. A chill raced down her spine. There it was, walking by the cabin, a creature from legends and nightmares. Bigfoot. Its fur was a rich, earthy brown, blending with the forest like a ghost of the wilderness. The head was cone-shaped, eyes straight ahead, unseeing but knowing. Emily ducked down, heart pounding so hard she thought it might give her away. She stayed there, crouched and terrified, the world shrinking to the space beneath the window. Minutes stretched like hours. When she dared to peek again, the creature was gone. The woods were just woods again, silent and indifferent. When her dad and brother returned, she ran to them, words tumbling out in a frantic rush. Her dad laughed it off, said it must have been a bear or the neighbor from across the way. But bears didn't walk like that, and the neighbor never went anywhere without his baseball cap and plaid jacket. Emily knew what she saw. 5 years later, when they moved to the cabin full-time for about a year, things didn't get easier. One day, their dog disappeared during a walk. Her dad seemed more on edge after that, always talking about moving, worrying about a possible volcano from Mount Shasta. They eventually left, seeking safety and distance. For Emily, the encounter was a turning point. Bigfoot wasn't just a story anymore. Now, whenever she hikes in the Lake Tahoe wilderness, she looks for signs, always alert, always ready. The trees whispered secrets, and every rustle of leaves held potential. She carried the memory like a compass, guiding her steps and sharpening her senses. That moment in 1972 changed her forever, turning her into a seeker of shadows, a believer in the unseen, forever haunted by the gaze of the creature that walked by her window. Thank you for visiting my site and joining me on this journey into the mysterious world of Bigfoot. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about Bigfoot encounters and sightings, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Your support means the world to me and helps me continue bringing you this content. Stay curious and keep exploring the unknown.